Hi, this is Cash, and I just want to thank you for watching the video. Hey, if you can do me a favor, if you can subscribe to my channel, I'd greatly appreciate that. Because look, if I can get, I don't know, 1,000 subscriptions, guess what? YouTube is going to pay me $5. $5 beats whoring myself out. No, it doesn't beat that. But hey, you get the gist. Hey, thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. For today, hey, it's a quick hitter. You know what? I was going to hold off and wait till Saturday, but God, here's how it works. I get up and I check my text messages, my emails, and all that good stuff. And I have a lot of things on. I get a lot of the messages and a lot of the alerts. And good Lord, day one of the NFL. Well, they call it the legal tampering, which is a stupid thing to call it because it's nothing legal about tampering on anything, but that's what the NFL calls it. And I'll go with it. So that's fine. Let me tighten this up here. Hey, this is the KashCast quick hitter, not to be confused with the Cash's quickie. For some reason, that really pisses the wife off. So, hey, but real quick, thank you NFL for saving us from the apocalypse, and I give a shout out to Isaiah I. Shumpert for that one. He came up with the apocalypse. I guess he was watching nothing but the greatest boxing rivalries ever, and he says this isn't an abyss, it's an apocalypse. So I'll tag you in this ice. Very nice. Hey, I'm going to do some quick notes about yesterday. It's just, I'm going to stay on here about 5-10 minutes, and then I'll look for your thoughts in the comments, and then I'll share it on my page. But this is for the guys in sports talk, or as we call it now, Talk 2.0. First off, I'll hit the Cowboys because I was talking to Elvis McLean. He had his thoughts on Amari Cooper. And we do have a lot of Cowboy fans in the group, so I'm going to address you guys first because they had three. Cowboys had three that they were looking at trying to re-sign, and knowing they couldn't probably sign both of them, or they couldn't sign all three of them, so they settled for two, and you knew they were going to go with offense. So Dak Prescott was franchised, and they came to a deal late last night, afternoon for me, with Amari Cooper, and that's what I was talking to Robert Elvis McLean about, who I'm going to get on here Saturday for you guys, and I think it'll be 6 o'clock at night, so he'll probably be a little cocked. You will be. You know it. But he was mixed. He thought Amari Cooper took some plays off last year and cost him some points. And I would agree, 5 years for $100 million. And honestly, I'll get to the Dolphins in a minute, but I thought the Dolphins were the winner yesterday, and I'll talk about that just a second. But it's going to depend on what Mike McCarthy does with him in Dallas. Now he has a stud running back, a quarterback who is more than adequate behind the center, and a wideout who can stretch the field, but it's hit and miss with him. So it remains to be seen about the Cowboys. They had three, and we'll talk more about that on Saturday. I know you guys can't wait for it. I know you can't. My team, San Francisco, that's what I woke up to, was DeForest Buckner being dealt to the Indianapolis Colts. I got some thoughts about that. If you'd have told the 49ers last year at this time that Eric Armstead would be the one they keep and DeForest Buckner would be the one leaving, we would have never believed you. Never. Because Defoe just came off a great year. And one thing he can do in the middle is he takes up a lot of space, and he commands a lot of attention when he's in the middle. And even though Eric Armstead statistically, he had a better year, DeForest Buckner still was the one that teams focused on. And a lot of the sacks that you've seen Nick Bosa get, and Eric Armstead, DJ Jones, D Ford when he was healthy, a lot of that has to go with what they were doing with DeForest Buckner. Let me tell you, the Colts are going to get a stud. The 49ers get the 13th pick and some cap space. So look for George Kittle to be signed long-term. That's the main reason the 49ers did it, because they were up against the cap. And they do have depth on the O-line, or on the defensive line. So, but look for the reason they did, they're going to sign George Kittle to a long-term deal. But At least they got a first-round pick. Unlike the Texans. I mean, my God, that was bad. Let me turn this down a little bit. But that was... What the hell? I mean, you got DeAndre Hopkins. He's 27 years old. That is Deshaun Watson's main guy. You can argue that he's the best receiver in the league. Stretches the field, catches everything thrown to him. Bill O'Brien just took over as the general manager and coach. He's already the head coach. Now he's a general manager, and he does this shit? Here's the deal. Okay. 4th round pick, a second next year, and the Texans pick up. That's what the Cardinals gave up. A 4th, a second, and David Johnson, who hasn't had a good year in 3 years. In fact, 345 yards, 3.7 carry last year. He's never on the field. Kenyon Drake's their guy. I'm telling you what, this time next year, the Texans will have a brand new head coach and a brand new general manager. Deshaun Watson might go shit in Bill O'Brien's front yard. I would. Oh, the NFC West is now holy shit. Because you had the 49ers, the Seahawks, Rams. Let me do it. Rams. But the Cardinals now. Larry Fitzgerald he's the line in the winner. But still he's productive. Hopkins is now the number 1, and they had Charlie Kirk, who's not that bad. He's now their number 3, and boy, there's Kyler Murray. God, Kyler, I gotta hate you, man. But God, I'm happy for you in the same time for that Sooner stuff. But boy, does he have some weapons? Boy, what a day for the Cardinals. And I thought they had the best day. I thought they should have had the best day yesterday. But holy cow, the Miami Dolphins. They just gave Brian Flores, their head coach, a level of confidence right now. You want to talk about a vote of confidence? Let's think about what happened to the Dolphins last year. They were 0-7. They lost to the fucking Redskins. That ought to tell you how bad they are. Yeah, Mike Lewis, I'm calling you out. Then they went 5-4 the rest of the way, and me and Robert Elvis McClain again talked about Brian Flores and thought he did a great job because they gave him nothing. They traded Laramie Tunstall. They traded Minka Fitzpatrick. They got rid of Kenyon Drake, who's probably gonna rush for 1,400 yards next year. Ryan Fitzpatrick is your number 1. They got rid of Tannehill. They told him they didn't want him anymore. And they pretty much told Brian Flores, here, we're going to give you this bucket of shit. Make it smell like a bouquet of roses. And he did. What a coaching job he did now. They're set. I'm not saying they're set, but boy, they made some great moves yesterday. Byron Jones, who I argued that the Cowboys should have kept him and got rid of Cooper. I do. But, hey, that's why I'm sitting here in Japan freezing my ass off on a Tuesday night. And I'm not telling, but that's just my opinion. Because Byron Jones, I thought was legit. 5 years, $82 million. They re-signed Xavier Howard. Then they snagged Kyle Van Noy. From hell's heart, I stab at thee, Patriots. And they signed him to a deal. And they also picked up Shaq Lawson cheap. So, and the thing is you knew that the Dolphins, when they did two things last year at their last game of the season. One, when they beat the Patriots, they sent a message, hey, okay, we're not that bad. We got some good coaching. And two, they pretty much told the NFL the Patriots are probably on the downslide. Because the Patriots then went out and got waxed in their first playoff game. And that's what you had. That was day one. And there's other signings out there that are pretty good. I'm not going to lie, Paul Sully, we were really wanting Jadeveon Clowney to go to the Raiders. We were. Yeah, we're dicks. We know that. All right. Yeah, we know you're hoarding all the toilet paper somewhere in Florida. But boy, we really want to clown you to the Raiders. At least I'm telling you, brother. At least I'm telling you. The Cleveland Browns were another one. They gave Baker Mayfield an offensive lineman. He got sacked 40 times last year, and they also gave him a tight end. So Mayfield is no excuse, Baker. You better step up next year. Might be a good thing that you had some humble pie this year. But that's day one. And thank you, NFL. Because, we've got another week where it's going to be heightened. And then it's no longer the abyss, it's the apocalypse. The apocalypse of the four horsemen. The four horsemen of the apocalypse is right now. And I hate watching the news. I do. I can't stand it. And the NFL was a saving grace yesterday. There's no stock market crash for them. There's nothing. There's no COVID-19 for the NFL. Business goes on. Let's get this shit done by October or by August so we can get the season going. And one last thing. Again, I'll talk Saturday this with Bill, Bob, Robert, and Jason. The NFL and their 10-year CBA. We told you guys. If you allow them to smoke weed, the NFL can get whatever they want, and they did. Hell, they could have got a 20-game season out of them. Hey, we'll give you 20 games if you guys can smoke all the friggin' weed you want. Give us 20 games. Yeah, sure. Which leads me to my next question. Is Gronkowski coming back? Because he said something last year at the end of the season. If the NFL would let me smoke weed, I would be back and I would be playing. Hey, let me tell you. I don't care if you smoke it or not. Power to you. I don't smoke it. Never have. However, I'm not out there beating the shit out of one another for an hour to entertain me. Let them do whatever let them smoke weed, man, for crying out loud. And the NFL did that, and guess what? 10 years of CBA harmony. Still a piece of shit deal for the players, but hey, congratulations. You guys can vape your ass off in the off season and during the season. Well done. Anyway, that's it. That was a quick hitter, man. I just wanted to get that out there. If some other big signings happen, I might do it again tomorrow. I don't know. But like I said, I'm going to get the big three on for about 10 or 15 minutes apiece. On Saturday, I'm looking to them. I'll be in contact with them. But Bill Harp's up first. He's in a state of mourning because this is prime basketball time for him. And I know Brian Maxwell's another one. A bunch of us who like the tournament and not this year. And Elvis will talk a little NFL. And with the draft coming up, and since he watches a shit ton of college football, I'll get Jason Akers' thoughts on who would be good fits for some of the NFL teams. Anyway, that was just a quick hitter, guys. Freezing our ass off here. We're in level 2 in the middle of COVID. I do wish you guys just be safe, man. Clean your fucking hands. Don't put your hands on your face. And with the freaking 15 packages of toilet paper you have, wipe your ass thoroughly. All right? Hey, it's Cash. I'm out, and I'll probably talk to you this week.